Well, now that part is out of the way. Me congratulating the Toronto Raptors, that is. Well, now that part is finally out the way. So I was going to talk about the Sixers in that video, but I realized, that video was too long and, it was mainly about the Raptors. So I say, screw it. I'll just make a separate video. Anyway, so now what I got to say about the 76ers, first things first, I'm honestly happy that, the season is finally over. Or when I say the season, I mean, the NBA Finals is finally over. Because something I'm more excited for, which is, the offseason. What's going to happen with the Sixers? Who are we going to draft? What's going to happen with Jimmy Butler? Tobias Harris. I think JJ Redick is staying. I didn't really see his contract all like that. But, what's going on with Ben Simmons? I mean, I know he's staying. I mean, I would say I'm not necessarily worried about, getting rid of him or trading him to the Lakers. I mean, it's always some bullshit rumor going on whenever Ben Simmons don't have a good game. And, of course, Philly fans being Philly fans, always shitting on a player when they're not good, but so quick to build a statue when they're, have a pretty damn good season. I mean, just keeping it 100, just saying. But what I will say about Ben Simmons is that it just seems like he's only good when he wants to be. And, it's like he's not 100% consistent in my opinion. But when he is good, he really does show up. I wish I could see that from him a lot more often. So I just wanted to say that. But do I really see him going anywhere? Not really, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does go to LA, because I remember beforehand it was said he wanted to go there, but we refused that, request or whatnot from what I've heard. But it's like I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like if God forbid, if any reason Ben Simmons does go elsewhere, I'd hate to see him shine, in that city. I hate to see him shine there. Meanwhile, you got us, one player short. I mean, I think Ben Simmons is very, very talented, but like I said, it's only when he wants to be. I hope he can change that. Also, Tobias Harris, he didn't really live up 100% to the hype, honestly, if you ask me. But if he does go elsewhere, I'm not really going to be all that upset, to be honest with you. But, and again, I mean, it's like I saw something in this team. I did see something in this team, but at the same time, I guess we had to get the hang of the chemistry. That was a problem there. We had to get the hang of the chemistry. I mean, Tobias Harris didn't really play an entire season with us. I mean, he did come, I believe it was sometime by the deadline. So, I mean, that wasn't really the entire season. So, but I feel like we could be very competitive in the future. But, like I said, we'll see what happens, if Tobias Harris is going to stay or not. I don't know what's going to happen, if we're either going to keep him or we're going to keep Jimmy Butler. If you ask me, hands down, I would choose Jimmy Butler to stay. That guy showed me that he wants to win playoff games. He wants to get very far. I like a guy like that on the team. The guy showed some leadership. It was he who carried this team, when Joel Embiid wasn't there, when he wasn't able to. But, yeah, I mean, I would love for Jimmy Butler to stay, man. I got a funny feeling he's not, but to be a realist, I would love for him to stay. Even if it's him and not Tobias Harris, I'm good with that, But whatever happens, man, I just hope, that we do something in the off season, to make us a lot better. I mean, I know we were missing, we had problems, regardless of the talent on this team. We had problems, man. The chemistry wasn't all the way there. The clock management was horrible. The play calling was horrible. It was just like it's like we could have a very talented team, but it just doesn't mean shit if we don't get our shit together. So I mean, this team actually had what it takes to beat Toronto. this team had what it takes to actually beat Milwaukee. I mean, after I realized that Milwaukee wasn't really all that good as everyone thought they was, I thought we could definitely beat them. But I mean, like I said, we were doinks away from being very competitive. You know, I mean, doinks away, man. Doinks away. But, you know, it's all part of basketball. I can still add, we had problems of our own. It was too late for us to address. I mean, I'm proud we took it all the way to Game 7, but still, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, hopefully we'll fire back strong next year. But it all comes down to this off season, though. Like, what are we going to do? Like, seriously, what are we going to do? Are we, you know, keeping Jimmy Butler? Are we going to keep Tobias Harris? Like, you know, Joel Embiid, is he going to be more mature than he ever was beforehand? You know, Ben Simmons, will he work on his jump shot? You know, JJ Redick, you know, will he be more consistent? You know, Brett Brown. I mean, I feel like he has improved as a head coach, but I just hope that, you know, he can get even better next year. Like, will we have what it takes to be more competitive than we was this year? Find out on the next NBA Z. But anyway, this is why I'm more excited about the offseason, though, man. I mean, we'll just see what happens, man. Just kick back and see what happens. You know, the GM, like, what's he going to do? Brett Brown, what's he going to do? Our players, will we have a better mindset of, you know, going further to just the semifinals? Because it's like last year was, you know, we only got as far as what? Game 5, I believe? Game 5 or Game 6 when we lost to the Celtics. And this year, we were still in the semifinals, but we took it all the way to Game 7 with the Raptors. But, you know, I want us to get further next year, so we'll see what happens. I mean, hopefully, you know, we will be way more competitive, you know. But like I said, once again, you know, congratulations to the Toronto Raptors. I mean, I see their fans finally, you know, now they're popping out of the blue, talking about this, we are North and all this. We are the North, or wherever the hell that goes. I mean, look, I'm going to keep telling y'all this once again. Congratulations. Congratulations on the lucky shot. In my opinion, I think it's the luckiest shot ever. I mean, funny, you know, some people even said, you know, the basketball may have had a magnet in there or something, because it doesn't even look possible. I just think, if you ask me, I think it was the luckiest shot ever. You know, as a fan, you know, I think that was the luckiest shot ever. You know, and the Raptors are nothing without, you know, Kawhi Leonard. But, hey, I mean, in the end, you know, we had problems of our own. So it is what it is, you know, and it led to the Raptors winning, you know, their first ever championship. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Atlanta Falcons in 2017 when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I mean, you know, the Falcons was pretty much the closest, or could have been that team to prevent us from winning the Super Bowl. Well, now think about what happened in the NBA. You know, my Sixers could have been that team to prevent the Raptors from winning their first ever championship. It's amazing what basketball to do, man, what the NBA can do. But it's funny, you know, it also I realized, you know, I find it funny how, you know, people say that how the NBA is rigged and everything. You realize that, how the NBA is rigged only because, you know, they always see the Warriors there, or they always see LeBron there, you know, the list goes on. You know, because this team is in, this team, you know, got far or whatever. You know, it's funny how they're so quick to say it was rigged, but not once did I hear it, you know, I didn't hear it not once about the Raptors going into the, you know, NBA Finals and winning like that, you know, pretty much putting it into that dynasty. I mean, I don't know if it's officially into the dynasty. Maybe it will come back. Who knows? But, you know, I hear that the Warriors will be paying, or they're looking to pay Klay Thompson and KD, you know, a max contract. I mean, if you ask me, they should definitely pay KD max. But other than that, I think Klay Thompson should stay too. I don't think he's going to get any further, you know, unless he's in Golden State, you know. But that's my opinion. But still, man, I don't think that's the end of the Warriors. I mean, I know that's like what, their second maybe their second or third time losing in the NBA Finals like that. I think it was once to LeBron, or maybe was it twice to LeBron? I think it was twice to LeBron, or maybe it was once to LeBron. It was like once with the Cavs, and maybe once with the Heat. We'll see. I'm trying to remember, but yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all I gotta say, man. The Sixers, we need to get our shit together if we're gonna get very competitive, man. We need to get our shit together. It's like, I want this team to get further, but all the players, they gotta have that mindset like they want to win. Ben Simmons, he's gotta cut it out with the partying, man. Joel Embiid, hopefully he will humble himself or mature, after that game. Tobias Harris, step his game up. Jimmy Butler, I hope he stays. JJ Redick, hopefully he be more consistent. Brett Brown, he could be even better coach than he was this year, But it all comes down to ourselves because, I want to see a championship. I want to see us win one for the first time in what was it, the early 80s? I mean, I'll tell you, it was before my time. That's for damn sure. Anyway, that's all I got to say, man. It's your man, Desert Eagle, checking on out of here, man. It is always Fly Eagles Fly. Go Sixers. Desert Eagle 90. Thanks. 5,000 subscribers.